Today we'll be talking about erectile dysfunction. What is erectile dysfunction? This is when or the inability of a man to have an erection or be able to maintain erection for about 5 minutes into sexual activity. Yes. How long should a man last before he knows whether he's having erectile dysfunction or not? He should last for at least 5 to 12 minutes, you know. So, inability to last for at least 5 minutes into the sexual activity, this individual should notice or know that he is having erectile dysfunction. What can cause erectile dysfunction? One, some drugs, certain drugs can cause erectile dysfunction. Yes, even certain drugs can also cause impotence in men. It isn't just like some antihypertensives and some anti-diabetic drugs too. Yes, and some causes of erectile dysfunction. One is psychological causes. When this is when psychologically the person is having this feeling that he cannot have erection or he cannot maintain erection. Here, the solution to this particular psychological cause is this: he the man has to, one, encourage himself, like hype himself, you know, remove this mindset of I'm not performing well. Exactly, this mindset of I'm not performing well, he should remove it. And excessive alcohol, smoking, and even taking some of these concussions all in the name of treating infection, trying to be high. Yes, these concussions, they can cause problems too. Then taking too much alcohol, too much alcohol can cause erectile dysfunction. Smoking too can cause erectile dysfunction. Obesity, obesity is one of the leading causes of erectile dysfunction. Then some health um some health states of health or some health conditions can cause erectile dysfunction, such as hypertensive heart disease, Parkinson's disease, and also when penile fracture can also cause erectile dysfunction, because when penile fracture can be caused as a result of having forceful intercourse, forceful and painful intercourse. So here it can cause penile fracture. Diabetes too can cause it. Talk about penile fracture, you can talk about scar tissue. When someone has penile fracture, the person will not have proper erection, and also poor diet. When you don't take healthy diet, you will have erectile dysfunction. When you don't eat good food, a whole lot of junk, you'll just be taking junk in your morning, afternoon, night, you will have erectile dysfunction. So there are so many other things that can also cause erectile dysfunction, such as stress. When you're stressed, it will release so many hormones to the bloodstream. And then when these hormones are being released to the bloodstream, it has adverse effects, in the system, and it can cause erectile dysfunction too. When you don't have enough rest after the day's work, you don't have enough rest, and you keep having one buzz booze right, buzz booze left, buzz booze, you don't have peace because um this when you're like erectile dysfunction now, it has a lot to do with peace of mind because here the whole body is involved. Your muscle, the heart, in fact, everything is involved. So you need to reduce stress because when you stress a lot, actually, it will have an adverse effect on your system and it can cause erectile dysfunction. So, how can someone seek for help? Hmm? But before we get to that point, I will tell you the indications. There are certain things that will start happening to you, you notice that this person is having erectile dysfunction. One, when immediately you start foreplay with your wife and it's not getting hard, so you have to be concerned though. Your mind will tell you that something is not working well somewhere. Your mind will tell you something is actually not working well somewhere. You have to be concerned. Two is this: when this particular erection comes and you are not able to maintain it for at least 5 minutes into the activity itself, it will you have to start asking yourself, you have to start feeling concerned, about it. And also you also have to be concerned when, for instance, you go in and cannot maintain this erection for like a period of time. It will become flaccid. It's not like turgid, it will become flaccid for at least a period of 5 minutes. You will tell yourself how it feels before you start the action. You will realize that everything has gone flat, like it becomes flaccid. You know, you have to ask yourself what is actually happening. And when you've actually done this for a long time and you find out that this is not how it used to be before now, then you tell yourself you have to like, you know everybody has knows the way their body system works, and once it stops working like that, once there is a problem somewhere, you should as well notice it or find out ASAP. you know yes. So these are the causes of erectile dysfunction, and these are also the ways you find out whether you're having erectile dysfunction or not. When, for example, you cannot be able to last up to 5 minutes into the activity, and it's not as if you've finished a section, you know, before coming again, maybe, or it's not as if you finished the first section, this is the second section, that's part B. It's not as if you finished part A. uh You cannot be able to last up to 5 minutes. There is fire on the mountain, there is a problem, because at first you should be up and doing. Men on your horn, born. So now feel this feeling of flaccidity is so disappointing. So when someone starts having erectile dysfunction, You don't need to move and start looking for Viagra to take, or start looking for all these big concussions they sell, origorokwete, and all of those ones. Because when you start taking things, enhancers that will help you stay a longer time, you might not know that there is an underlying cause. No, when there is an underlying cause, or once you start having erectile dysfunction, you should ask yourself what is causing this thing. Because when the underlying causes are not taken care of, you just keep having erectile dysfunction until one day you find out that you're not even having erection at all. So that's that for that. You need to find out, check what the underlying causes may be. It can be as a result of diabetes. It can also be as a result of hypertension. It can also be as a result of maybe you're having Parkinson's disease or certain diseases, cardiovascular diseases that can affect your system. Because once a particular system is being affected, it will also not perform well. When it's not performing well, you find it out. Like you won't even be able to, you won't even have the urge to, not talk of staying lasting a long time. So we have to also do exercises, aerobic exercises, kegel exercises, you know, both men and female. You should do all these exercises because when you do all these exercises, it helps in your sexual performance, you know. So, and also do push-ups, workouts, go to gym, walk around your environment. At least when you go to gym, you keep fit and the whole of your body will be performing fine. Try and work out, do push up, sit up, schedule exercises, because when you do these schedule exercises, it also helps in your pelvic floor muscles as a lady, especially those that have given birth. When you do these exercises, it helps very, very well to make your pelvic floor muscles to be firm, you know, so that it will you will you know get more energized, and its function and performance will still be, 10 over 10. Yes. When we do these exercises, we also consider the lifestyles, you know, make a change. Because when you take too much alcohol, too much, when you smoke a lot, it will also, keep bringing your erectile function or level, to keep bringing it down. And then um the seasonings we use in our food, we have to avoid too much seasoning, especially this um kind of seasonings that are processed. We need to take more of the natural seasonings, you know because yes, there are natural seasonings, natural spices, pure 100% natural. And we have to also reduce our salt intake. High or too much salt intake is not good for our health. It is not good for the cardiovascular system. It is not good for the heart health. It is not good because good diet will also help you in keeping fit. And we have to do everything in moderation. When you take too much salt, excessive salt is not good to the heart. And when you take excessive salt, you can have it can lead to hypertension. And for hypertension to hypertensive heart disease, from hypertensive heart disease to cardiovascular problems. And when you have cardiovascular problems, you will surely have erectile dysfunction. Yes, I said when you have cardiovascular health problems, you will surely have guinea erectile dysfunction. Like I said before, natural seasonings are the best. So please and please, if you're having erectile dysfunction, one is this: you don't need to think, what will I do? Do I go for Viagra? Do I go for all these concussions? What are they go and all of those ones? No, that worry and anxiety, try to focus it on how and what you should do to ensure that this problem is being solved. Try and know what to do for you to solve this problem. Know what to do for you to solve this problem. So don't channel your worries and anxiety on your wife, or maybe some people will come and start thinking maybe their wife is no longer attractive, without knowing that the fault is mechanical. It is not about the wife. Their fault is not their wife. Their fault is inside of them. So you need to focus your attention on what to do. If it's an infection, graga soshenebene causing erectile dysfunction, you treat yourself. If it's diabetes, you go to the hospital, treat yourself. If it is hypertension, you also treat. So you don't come and start taking, when for instance, when someone is having hypertension and you don't go to the hospital, you don't take care of yourself, and you now go to the chemist or pharmacy to go and buy Viagra. Na die be that oh, like na die be that. Can even end up having priapism. You now have erection for like 5 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours, and along the line you will start having this painful sensation and feeling that you can't even control. The next thing, they will take you to the theater and operate on you. So you have to be very, very careful on what you do, and know that all these things you do have side effects. Some people that will also go and buy herbal drugs, herbal mixtures for them to last 120 hours. Those herbal mixtures, some of them, you get extracts from all these natural sources, to produce these foreign drugs or these tablets, these medications you buy, like for instance Viagra. So, but one thing with these herbal mixtures is that they don't have dosage. You don't even know their side effects. So somebody can actually take these herbal mixtures and have a lifelong erection without going down. So you will now find out that you've gotten yourself to the hospital unplanned, where you are trying to last for 1,000 hours. You've already landed yourself in the operating on top of the operating table without your knowledge. So the next thing is the difference between one, erectile dysfunction, and premature ejaculation. Yes, like I said before, erectile dysfunction is a situation whereby the man is unable to have erection, or is unable or the inability to maintain an erection for at least 5 minutes. So premature ejaculation. Now let me give you an instance. Premature ejaculation is, for instance, when a man sees his wife's body or try to hug his wife, and before you know it, he has already ejaculated. So this is what premature ejaculation is. So, and someone that is having erectile dysfunction can also have premature ejaculation. And someone can also have premature ejaculation without having erectile dysfunction. Yes, so please, we have to be very, very careful on what to do. And also know that erectile dysfunction is when a man can't keep erection or have a sustained erection for at least 5 minutes into the sexual activity. There are so many reasons, that can cause erectile dysfunction. Examples too, apart from health conditions, some guys, yes, some guys go as far as taking steroids for them to have muscle. Yes, some them take go as far as taking steroids for them to build up their muscle. So all these things too can cause erectile dysfunctions. They inject the steroids, themselves, and because they want to get muscle, they will not even know that these steroids will cause or can cause erectile dysfunctions to them. And it's also sometimes it goes as far as shrinking their penis. you know it will shrink their manhood. They will not even know, because these things act like it has a gradual process. It doesn't just happen in a twinkling of an eye. No, it takes a little time, bit by bit, before they know it has already happened. So, and some antihypertensives, like I said before, can cause impotence and also erectile dysfunction, such as methyl dopa, or also known as aldomet. So if you are a man and you're hypertensive, you don't need to take aldomet, because once you start taking aldomet, consider your sexual life, you know, um scattered, doomed, destabilized. Yes, as yeah. You know that? Mhm. So we have to be very, very careful what to do and how we do them. Some anti-diabetic drugs also causes erectile dysfunction also. And there are things that we also do to enhance it. So, but this is just for educational purposes and reasons. Example, there are some penile pumps, you know, that can help you sustain erection. There are some penile injections too that can help you sustain erection. And then, like I said, 100% exercising. When you exercise yourself, exercise, move around, walk around, burn fat. When you burn fat, it can also help you. Sometimes, like, there are certain health conditions that you have, only exercise will even take care of you, without you going to the hospital, without you seeing any doctor. You need to exercise yourself. When you are doing that, you will get better, you will be fine. You won't even have to go to the hospital. So, like I said before, we have to be exercising very well. Please exercise very well, like I said before. Then be cool. Reduce salt intake. Reduce hence in taking alcohol. Too much alcohol is not good. Smoking, any kind of thing you're smoking, reduce your hand if possible. You have to stop, because if you don't stop it, gradually it will be killing your reproductive system. Before you even know about it, everything must have you know gone beyond repair. So you have to be very, very careful. Diet, you have to be taking healthy diet, fruits, vegetables, you know, and more of protein, vitamin to help yourself. Some people will stay from year to year, they won't take fruits. From month to month, week to week, day to day, day by day, they won't even take fruit. So let's take healthy diets. So it is very, very important in addition to treating underlying causes. Like I said before, you don't just jump boy to the chemist or to the pharmacy to look for Viagra, to look for enhance to help yourself. No, you have to treat the underlying causes first before treating, before looking for something to help you last or sustain erection. I believe you must have learned a whole lot from this lesson this evening, this afternoon, sorry. So please, we have to be very, very careful. And also we need to share this video, please. Share it so that someone else can be able to also learn from you. You've learned a lot, I believe. So please share it so that people will learn from you and we also know what to do, because so many people are having these problems. They might not be able to share it with your wife, you might not be able to share it with their doctor. So when they get it from here, they will now know what next to do. So please share it, help someone, cope, help someone thrive. Thank you and God bless you all. Bye bye.